So good evening once again. I want to be showing you a little live trade that I took on VIX 50. So this trade now is what I want to just use it to describe what an entry or what your entry should look like as a newbie, because if you enter a market you should always know where to place your stop loss and your take profits. So now looking at 1 minute time frame to analyze this market, you can see here that we have this we have a trend line coming downwards. So what we'll be looking out for what we'll be looking out for is the breakout of this trend line. So if this chart should break out from this trend line, we will know that this market is not going to start selling for now. But if it doesn't break out of this trend line, we know that it's going to start selling massively. So if I were to take more position, I will just take more position at the tip of this trend line, because already you can see from what we are seeing here, it looks like it's going to break out. But let's just watch. Yes, it's going above the trend line, but I'm not so scared. Let's see what's going to happen. So normally I'm supposed to watch out for the trend line break, but it could just be a fake out, so that's why I'm not really scared. I'll rather just wait. Then if I were to be setting my stop loss on that very trade I placed, this is where my stop loss should be, because this is like the resistance zone. If the market breaks out, it's coming down up to this point, and if it passes this point where the stop loss is, it's going to continue its uptrend movement down to the next support level. So this is just like the previous resistance level rather. So if it passes this previous resistance level, it's going to go back to this zone here, which looks like it's support level. So I'm going to allow the market first, because I just believe that was a little fake out it did, and you can see now it has returned back to the chart. But let's just wait, we are still hoping. So as a trader also, you should always know how long you want your trade to last. So this particular trade, I'm going to allow it for like 3 hours, giving it 3 hours to move down. This is the expected point, like my expected TP. Although I'm using I'll be using total of 15 minutes. So let's just say this is my support level. So I'll be looking out for 2 TPs. One will be at this very first zone. Yeah, market will tend to reverse at this point because of these multiple touches or this multiple reversal at this very point. So if I'm to trade, I'm going to like place my take profit at this very point, for this very trade. But I believe it's going to come back to this support zone, which is this green line you can see from the 15-minute chart or 30-minute chart. So as a trader, first thing you should be looking out in your entry is, number one, your confirmation. If it's a support or resistance you're using, or you're using the trend line. Number two, you should be looking at where your SL will be. You should always have a place where you set your stop loss and your take profit. Then number four, you should always have this time frame, like your time frame of a particular trade, so that you can always monitor it while trading. So let's say I'll be doing another video on this very chart. Then I will show you the result because chart is moving, it's not really moving in the momentum I want it to. But as you can see, it's still playing around this zone. But if anything happens funny and it hits this my SL, just know that it's going for the next SL, which is this other chart I placed here. But if I were to wait for a confirmation or an entry confirmation, it should have been at um this very point on the trend line, which it tends to break out from. So let's see how it goes.